Be me, 38, construction business owner. 2 days after I cancel my wedding. Still processing what happened. She presented that prenup ultimatum 5 hours before ceremony. I refused to sign, walked away. Lost $120,000 in wedding costs. Lost the relationship. But kept my business, kept my dignity. Thought the worst was over. I was wrong. Sunday afternoon, her lawyer calls me. Doesn't introduce himself, just starts talking. My client is prepared to file a lawsuit. Breach of promise to marry. She's suffered significant damages. Me, what damages? Lawyer, emotional distress, financial losses, reputational harm. Me, she tried to extort me 5 hours before our wedding. Lawyer, that's not how she describes it. I don't care how she describes it. I have the prenup she tried to force me to sign. Lawyer, we have a different version of events. My client is willing to settle this quietly. $120,000 to cover wedding expenses. Me, I'm not paying her anything. Lawyer, then we'll see you in court. Hangs up. I immediately call my lawyer. Guy named David. He handled my original prenup. Tell him about the call. David, let them file. Breach of promise suits are hard to win. And she ambushed you with a prenup. We have documentation. Me, how long will this take? David, if she actually files? 6 months, maybe more. Me, so 6 more months of this nightmare. David, unfortunately, yes. Monday, I'm back at work trying to function normally. Employees know what happened. Word travels fast. My project manager pulls me aside. Boss, you doing okay? Me, been better. For what it's worth, you did the right thing. My cousin went through something similar. Gave in, signed a bad prenup, regretted it for years. Me, thanks means a lot. Try to focus on work, but my phone keeps blowing up. Friends, family, everyone has opinions. Some supportive. You dodged a bullet. Some judgmental. You humiliated her in front of everyone. Block a few people, can't deal with the noise. Tuesday, her lawsuit gets filed. David emails me the complaint. Read through it, getting more pissed with every page. She's claiming I promised to marry her, that she relied on this promise to her detriment. Quit job opportunities. She didn't quit anything. Turned down other suitors. What's suitors? Planned her entire future around me after trying to steal my business. Seeks $120,000 in wedding costs, plus $500,000 in emotional damages. $620,000 total. This is insane. David, it's a fantasy complaint. No judge will award emotional damages for a canceled wedding. Me, what about the $120,000? David, possible, but unlikely given the circumstances. You didn't breach without cause. She presented a new prenup as an ultimatum. That's coercion, not good faith negotiation. Week 2, social media is a battlefield. Her friends posting, he left her at the altar over money. My friends posting, she tried to extort him. Complete strangers taking sides. Someone creates a Reddit thread. AITA for refusing to sign prenup and canceling wedding. I don't post it, but someone who knows the story does. Thread gets 5,000 comments. Half. NTA, she tried to trap you. Half. White Kia, you should have worked it out. I stopped reading after the first 100. Can't handle thousands of strangers debating my life. Her Instagram is public. She's posting cryptic stuff. When someone shows you who they really are, believe them. Comments full of support. You deserve better, queen. I want to respond, defend myself. David says don't. Anything you post can be used in court. So I stay silent while she controls the narrative. Month 1, discovery starts. Both sides have to exchange documents. Emails, texts, financial records, everything relevant. I hand over my phone records to David. He reviews the text between me and her. David, these are perfect for us. You can see the prenup negotiation timeline. She agreed to the original prenup, then changed her mind at the last second. Me, will that matter in court? David, absolutely. Shows she acted in bad faith. Her side submits their discovery. Her phone records, her emails. David's paralegal goes through everything. Finds gold. Text thread between her and her best friend. 2 days before the wedding. Friend, are you really going to present the new prenup? Yes, he'll have to sign it. Friend, what if he doesn't? He will. Everyone's already there. He won't want to look bad. Friend, that's kind of manipulative. It's strategic. I deserve half of what he built. David shows me this. I'm furious. She planned the whole ambush. David, and now we have proof. Month 2, depositions begin. Her deposition is scheduled first. I'm not allowed to be there, but David goes. He comes back with notes. David, she lied a lot. Me about what? David, claimed she contributed financially to your business. Said she loaned you money for equipment. Me, she never loaned me a dime. David, claimed you promised to make her a business partner. Me, never, not once. David, claimed the original prenup was signed under duress. Me, we negotiated it for 3 weeks with lawyers. David, I know, I was there. Her lawyer is building a fantasy case, hoping I can't refute it. But I have documentation for everything. Business records showing no loans from her. Email chains showing no partnership discussions. Signed prenup with both lawyers' signatures. My deposition is the following week. David preps me. Just tell the truth. Don't get emotional. Don't get defensive. Answer the questions factually. Deposition day. I'm in a conference room. Her lawyer is there. Court reporter, David. Her lawyer starts aggressive. Mr. Name, you left your fiancée at the altar, correct? Me. I canceled the wedding 5 hours before the ceremony. Lawyer. After guests had already traveled to attend. Me. Yes. Lawyer. Causing her significant embarrassment. Me. She caused her own embarrassment by trying to extort me. Lawyer. Extort? That's a strong word. Me. She presented a prenup I'd never seen, demanded I sign it immediately, threatened to cancel the wedding if I didn't. That's extortion. Lawyer. Or a woman knowing her worth. David objects. Argumentative. We go back and forth for 3 hours. Every question designed to make me look greedy. You make $8 million and wouldn't share with your wife. You valued money over your relationship. You humiliated her to protect your assets. I answer everything calmly, factually. Show the timeline. Show the documents. Show that she agreed to original prenup, then change her mind. By the end, her lawyer looks frustrated. Can't shake my story because it's true. Month 3, more discovery. We subpoena the wedding venue. Get the contract, shows I paid $85,000. Her parents paid $35,000. Total $120,000. All non-refundable in writing. We knew this going in. We also subpoena her employment records. She claims she quit her job for the wedding. Records show she's still employed. Never quit, never even took leave. Another lie exposed. David, her case is falling apart. Me, will the judge see that? David, if we get a trial, yes. But I think they'll try to settle. Week later, settlement offer comes. Her lawyer, client will drop lawsuit if he pays $60,000. Half the wedding costs. David, counteroffer. She pays his legal fees and drops it. Her lawyer, she's the injured party. David, she's the fraudulent plaintiff. We have text showing she planned to ambush him. We have testimony showing she lied in her deposition. Take it to trial and she'll lose. No settlement. We're going to court. Month 5, trial date arrives. Civil court, just a judge, no jury for this type of case. Judge is a woman in her 60s. Her lawyer probably thinks that helps their side. Opening statements. Her lawyer paints me as greedy, heartless, abandoning her. David paints her as manipulative, deceptive, trying to steal my business. First witness is her. Takes the stand, crying immediately. He promised to marry me, to be partners in everything. Then 5 hours before our wedding, he just left. Her lawyer. Why did he leave? Her. Because I asked for financial equality in our marriage. Her lawyer. What do you mean by financial equality? Her. I wanted us to share everything like real partners. Her lawyer. And he refused? Yes, he said I didn't deserve it. That's not what happened. I never said that. David cross-examines. David, you signed a prenup 3 weeks before the wedding, correct? Yes, but David, that prenup protected his business as separate property. Yes. David, but then you presented a different prenup 5 hours before the ceremony. I reconsidered the terms. David, without telling him beforehand. I didn't want to fight about it. David, so you waited until he was trapped. I wasn't trying to trap anyone. David, let me read you a text you sent to your friend. Reads the text. He'll have to sign it. Everyone's already there. Her face goes red. That was taken out of context. David, what context makes ambushing someone acceptable? Her lawyer objects. Judge allows it. I deserve to be compensated for my support. David, did you ever loan him money for his business? Well, not directly, but emotionally. David, yes or no? Did you loan him money? No. David, did he ever promise to make you a business partner? He said we were partners in life. David, business partner, yes or no? No, but David, did you quit your job for this wedding? I was planning to. David, but you didn't. You're still employed at the same company. Yes. David, so you lied in your deposition. Her lawyer objects. Sustained. But damage is done. I testify next. David walks me through the timeline. How we met, relationship, proposal, wedding planning. Then the prenup negotiation. We worked on it for 3 weeks with lawyers. Both of us made compromises. We signed it. I thought it was settled. David, when did you see the new prenup? 5 hours before the wedding. She handed me a folder in the hotel lobby. Completely different terms. Demanded I sign immediately or she'd cancel. David, what were the new terms? Immediate 50% ownership of my business. Control over all assets. Lifetime alimony of $15,000 monthly. David, did you agree to any of this beforehand? Never. I'd never even seen it. David, what did you do? I said no. Told her I wouldn't be extorted. She said no signature, no wedding. So I canceled it. David, was that difficult? Hardest decision of my life. But I couldn't start a marriage under threat. Her lawyer cross-examines. Tries to make me look greedy again. You chose $8 million over love. I chose not to be robbed over being threatened. Lawyer, robbed? Marriage is a partnership. Partnership is mutual. What she wanted was one-sided. Lawyer, you humiliated her. She humiliated herself by trying to trap me. Judge is taking notes, face neutral. Can't read which way she's leaning. Closing arguments. Her lawyer, this is a man who valued money over everything, who abandoned his fiancée because she asked for equality. He should pay for the damages he caused. David, this is a woman who tried to manipulate a man at his most vulnerable, who planned an ambush, lied about her circumstances, and now wants to be compensated for her own bad faith. She should pay for wasting the court's time. Judge takes a recess, deliberates for an hour, comes back. Judge, I've reviewed the evidence, heard the testimony. This is a case of someone who made a calculated gamble and lost. The plaintiff presented a new prenup with drastically different terms, at a time when she knew the defendant would be under maximum pressure. That's not negotiation, that's coercion. Her lawyer tries to interrupt. Judge, I'm not finished. The plaintiff lied about multiple material facts. Claimed she quit her job. She didn't. Claimed she loaned money. She didn't. Claimed partnership promises that never existed. This court does not reward deception. Case dismissed. Plaintiff to pay defendant's legal fees. Slams the gavel. I can't believe it. We won. Her lawyer is arguing. Your Honor, we request. Judge, request denied. We're done here. I walk out of the courtroom, feeling lighter than I have in months. 2 weeks later, her lawyer sent a check. $15,000 for my legal fees. David, she actually paid. I'm surprised. Me, probably her parents' money. David, probably, but we'll take it. I framed the check. Don't cash it for a week. Just want to look at it. Physical proof that I was right, that she was wrong. Eventually I cash it. Feels good. Month 6, I'm starting to move on. Dating again casually. Not ready for anything serious, but taking steps forward. Then I see it on Facebook. She's engaged. New guy, some finance bro. 4 months after our trial. 6 months after our canceled wedding. She's wearing a ring, posting photos. Finally found my true partner. Comments full of congratulations. I show my brother. For months, that's fast. Me? That's suspicious. Think she was seeing him during your relationship? Me? Wouldn't surprise me. But honestly, I don't care anymore. She's someone else's problem now. Poor bastard. Today, 2 years later, I'm doing good. Business is growing. Personal life is stable. Dating someone new, it's healthy. It's real. We talk about finances openly. No games, no manipulation. She makes good money herself, doesn't need mine. That's the difference. My ex saw me as a prize to be won. My girlfriend sees me as a person to be with. Sometimes I think about the wedding. What would have happened if I'd signed? Probably divorced within 2 years. She'd have gotten half my business. $15,000 monthly for life. I'd be broke and miserable. Instead, I'm free. Lost $120,000, but gained clarity about what I want, what I deserve, and what I won't tolerate. She sued me after I canceled the wedding. Judge destroyed her case. Made her pay my legal fees. Married someone else 6 months later. I'm still here. Still building. Still learning. Still grateful I said no when she tried to trap me. At the altar, with a prenup I'd never seen, and an ultimatum I'd never accept. That's the end of the story, or maybe the beginning, of the life I was meant to live, without someone trying to steal it. 3 years after the trial, I'm at a restaurant with my girlfriend. Nice place downtown, celebrating her promotion. We're having dinner, talking about moving in together. She brings it up. I've been thinking about getting a place. Something bigger, maybe a house. Me? Together? If you want to. I do want to, but there's still that voice. That fear for what happened. Me? Can I ask you something? Anything. If we move in together, how do you want to handle finances? She think for a moment. I make $140,000. You make about $600,000 with the business, right? Me? Around that, yeah. So proportional split makes sense to me. You pay more of the mortgage, I pay less. Based on what we each make. Me? You're okay with that? Why wouldn't I be? I'm not paying half when you make 4 times what I do. That's not fair to either of us. This woman gets it. No games, no manipulation. Just logic and fairness. Me? I think I love you. You think? Me? No, I know. I definitely know. She smiles. Good, because I definitely love you too. We move in together 2 months later. Buy a house, 70/30 it's split on the mortgage. Everything's transparent. Everything's discussed. This is what partnership actually looks like. 4 years out, my business partner retires. Guy who helped me build the company from 3 trucks. We're having drinks at his retirement party. He pulls me aside. You remember when you almost got married? Me? Hard to forget. Him? I never told you this, but she came by the office once. About a year before the wedding. Me what? Him. Asked me about the business valuation. How much it was worth. Who owned what. I thought she was just curious. Me? She was calculating her take. Him. Yeah, I see that now. Thought you should know. She was planning that move for a long time. I'm not even mad, just vindicated. She didn't change her mind 5 hours before the wedding. She planned it for over a year. Waited until I was maximally vulnerable. Then struck, and I still said no. Best instinct I ever had. Year 5, I'm at my nephew's wedding. Beautiful ceremony, couples clearly in love. During the reception, my mom sits next to me. This could have been you. Me? Could have been. Mom. Do you ever regret it? Me. Which part? Mom. Calling it off, losing all that money. Me. I regret wasting 10 years on someone who saw me as a payday. I don't regret protecting myself. Mom. She got married, did you know? Me. Yeah, I heard. Mom, divorced now. Me, what? Mom. Your aunt told me. She keeps tabs. Married that finance guy. Divorced 18 months later. Me, what happened? Mom. Prenup dispute, apparently. I laugh. Can't help it. She tried the same move on him. Mom, what's funny? Me. She never learned. Tried to get his money. He said no. Mom. How do you know? Me. Because that's what she does. It's who she is. Mom. You really dodged a bullet. Me. I dodged a nuke. That night I'm curious. Look her up online. Her Instagram is public again. Recent post from 3 weeks ago. Starting my healing journey. Learning to trust again after betrayal. Comments are sympathetic. You deserve better. His loss. Same comments she got after our wedding. Same victim narrative. Except this time there's fewer comments. People are catching on. One comment stands out. Isn't this your second broken engagement? She didn't respond to that one. I close Instagram. Don't need to see more. She's still out there, still playing the same game. Eventually she'll find someone who falls for it. Or she'll end up alone. Either way, not my problem. Year 6, my girlfriend and I get engaged. I propose at the house we bought together. Nothing fancy, just us and the dog. She says yes. We're both crying happy tears. Start planning the wedding, but it's different this time. No stress, no games, just logistics. We sit down to discuss prenup. Me. I think we should have one. Okay, what are you thinking? Me. Business stays mine, since I built it before we met. House is joint since we bought it together. Everything else we split fairly if things don't work out. Sounds reasonable. Can I add something? Me? Of course. My 401k and stock options stay mine. I earned those before you. Me? Absolutely, that's fair. We hire one lawyer together, drafted in 2 weeks. Both sign, no drama, no ultimatums. This is how adults handle things. Our wedding is small, 50 people, backyard ceremony. Cost about $15,000 total, mostly catering. Day of the wedding, I'm getting ready. My brother's my best man again. Him. You nervous? Me. Not even a little. Him. No prenup surprises this time. Me. We signed it 3 weeks ago. Everything's handled. Everything's clear. Him. That's the difference, huh? Me. That's the difference. Ceremony is perfect. She walks down the aisle. I'm not worried. No ambush coming. No last-minute demands. Just 2 people who love each other. Making a commitment based on trust. Not contracts, not money, not control. Just trust. We say our vows. I kiss my wife. First time I've said that word in 6 years. Wife. Feels right this time. Reception afterwards. My dad makes a toast. To my son, who knew when to walk away and when to stay. Everyone drinks. I'm confused. Later I ask him, what did that mean? Dad, you walked away from the wrong one and stayed with the right one. That's wisdom, son. Me. Or just survival instinct. Dad, same thing sometimes. My college roommate pulls me aside. Him. Remember when I was your best man before? Me. Yeah, that was a disaster. Him. I never told you this, but I didn't like her. Me, what? You never said anything. Him. You were happy, I thought. Didn't want to ruin it. But she always seemed calculating. Me. You should have told me. Him. Would you have listened? Me. Probably not. Him. Exactly. You had to figure it out yourself. I'm just glad you did. Before you signed your life away. Me too. I'm glad I figured it out. Even if it took 10 years and a canceled wedding. Even if it cost me $120,000 and 6 months of lawsuits. I figured it out. Year 7, my wife and I are having dinner. She's pregnant. We're talking about baby names. Her phone buzzes. She looks at it weird. Me, what's wrong? Her. Your ex just sent me a friend request. Me. Block her. Already did, but that's weird, right? Me. She probably saw our wedding photos somewhere. Why would she friend request me? Me. Control. curiosity, who knows? She can't stand not being in the narrative. Her, that's sad. Me, that's her life. We don't talk about it again, but it confirms what I already knew. She's still out there, still watching, still probably telling people I'm the one who got away, when really she's the bullet I dodged. Year 8 now. My son is 6 months old. I'm sitting in his nursery at 3 a.m., feeding him a bottle. He's looking at me with those big eyes, completely trusting, completely innocent. I think about the life he'll have, growing up in a house with 2 parents who respect each other, who handle money fairly, who communicate honestly, who don't play games or make ultimatums. Then I think about the alternate timeline. If I'd signed that prenup, marry my ex, had kids with her, the constant fighting over money, the resentment, the manipulation, eventually the divorce. My kid's growing up in that mess. This little guy deserves better. He deserves what he has. A stable home built on trust, not a battlefield built on greed. I kiss his forehead. You'll never know how close you came to not existing, how one decision changed everything. He doesn't understand, just wants his bottle. But someday I'll tell him the story about the wedding that didn't happen and the life that did. Sometimes people ask me, do you ever think about what if? What if you'd signed a prenup? What if you'd married her anyway? And I tell them honestly, I think about it all the time, not with regret, but with relief, because I can see exactly how it would have gone. 2 years of marriage, constant money fights, her resentment that she couldn't control the business, my resentment that she tried, eventually divorce, brutal and expensive, her taking half of everything I built, me starting over at 40, bitter and broke, no wife who actually loves me, no son sleeping in the next room, no peace, no trust, no partnership, just money fights until there's no money left to fight over. That's the life I avoided by saying no in a hotel lobby, 5 hours before my wedding. Best decision I ever made, even though it hurt like hell at the time, even though I looked like the villain, even though I lost $120,000. I saved my life and built a better one. The lawsuit, the trial, all of it. That was just cleanup, tying off loose ends, making sure she couldn't come back for more. The judge destroying her case. That was vindication. But the real victory was walking away in the first place. Everything after was just paperwork. She sued me after I canceled the wedding. Judge destroyed her case, made her pay my legal fees. She married someone else, divorced quick, probably tried the same move. I married someone real, someone who sees partnership as equality, not as an opportunity for wealth transfer. We build a life, not on prenups and ultimatums, but on trust and respect. That's the difference between someone who loves you